Good morning, everyone. I am running just a wee bit on the early side this morning as compared to what I typically come on broadcasting. And so, if you are up and about, good morning. I'm going to just kind of send this over on the group page real quick. I am not real sure who all is up and about and on and all of that good stuff. And so, if you are, good morning. I pray that you had a good Monday. I know it rained a bunch yesterday. I mean, a bunch yesterday. And I was glad to see it kind of taper off yesterday afternoon. So I hope you had a good day. Let's see. Good morning, Miss Jessie. Good morning, Mary. I am going to send this over and get it on our group, and I'm going to put it on my personal page real quick. I'm going to just spend a real quick time this morning. I'm actually on my way to the hospital this morning to go see Miss Denise. And so I wanted to get in early this morning and spend some time with you before I get on the road. So that is where I am. That's what's going on. And as soon as I get all the buttons clicked here, I will share with you how Nisi is doing. Almost there, boom and boom. Okay, good morning. Good morning, Gail. Good morning in the post office. Okay, Miss Mary is in the post office. Okay. Well, that's good. We're taking Jesus to the post office. I like that. Good morning, everyone. I'm almost there so I can see who all is on. Let's see here. My computer is not wanting to wake up this morning. There we go. Okay. All right. Good morning, Miss Sandy. Like I said, I knew that we're going to be early, and if you are getting on, Judy. Hey, good morning, Judy Davis. I want to give you guys an update on Denise. She had actually a pretty good day yesterday. Yesterday morning about noon, they went in and they drew off a substantial amount of fluid off of her left lung. And what that done was that relieved the pressure that she was feeling in that lung, and that was causing all of the very severe pain that she was experiencing in her left side. So that was very, very good in order to do that. And so what the folks told us yesterday was that because that fluid is gone, that the antibiotics can actually work deeper into the lungs, and the breathing treatments can get farther in and to do a much better job, tackling the pneumonia. And so that was a good thing. And so it was just kind of good to see her sit there without that much pain that she had been experiencing. Now, she is extremely sore because of the pain. But, soreness and pain is two complete different things. And so that's exactly where she is. I have a card for Denise. Do I mail it to your house? Yes, that would be good, Miss Mary. Yes, please. Go ahead. You can mail it to her here at the house. And I'll take it to her as soon as it gets here. We do not know when she's going to be released. They are still having to monitor her blood sugar. They can't quite get that down, and so she is. They're testing her blood sugar all the time, and she's taking insulin right now. And to be honest with you, I'm not real sure what kind. I know that they test it right before her meals, and so depending upon where it is, it's on kind of a sliding scale, and then that gets her. Good morning, Abby. That determines how much insulin she gets. So that's kind of where they are with that, but they are monitoring it. She is on a very strict diet, and so that's helping. But she's been kind of restrained to where she can't move around in the room. They wanted her to stay either right in her chair or stay in her bed, and so she's done that. But this morning I've already talked to her, and she has been up and has already taken a shower, so that's a good thing. I'm not sure she slept good last night, but folks, just to be honest with you, that kind of goes with the territory at the hospital. You can't sleep in a hospital as much as you want to, because they are in and out, and those beds they're wonderful for what they do, but they are not meant for sleeping, and you and I both know that. But keep praying, because there's still a long way to go to get that girl back to where she needs to be. And we're just hoping that over the next couple of days, the medicine now will really begin to kick in and do some work, and then get that pneumonia down. And my prayer is that when the pneumonia and all this fluid, all of that lung issue begins to settle down, that will let her blood sugar kind of calm down as well. So please keep praying, and I will keep you updated as much and as often as I possibly can. Right now, my plan is to be back, and I will be online tonight with you folks for the Zoom Sunday School. That starts at 7. So Zoom invites will go out around 10 till 7, and we will get that posted on also on Facebook to give you guys some open invitations. And if you cannot make the Zoom class, then you can definitely watch it right here on Facebook Live. It will be broadcast. So all of that is coming. All of that is going to be here. And so make sure that you tune in tonight. Brother Larry is in Proverbs. And that's just a powerful thing. Well, look here. It looks like Miss Denise has joined us from the hospital. So good morning, Nisi. Everybody, if you see her, go ahead. You can tell her hello. She's online now. Then that is tonight. That's at 7 o'clock. That is, like I said, that is my plan. If something changes, we will definitely notify you. Brother Larry will still be on Zoom, but we just that's our plan. So if you need anything, I will be at the hospital all day, and you can contact Gloria if there's anything that is needed, and she will take care of it. And if there's any changes with Miss Denise, I will let you guys know. But right now, my plan is to be there with her, and to see what all is done, and see what all we can do to get that girl better and to get that girl home. So that is the goal here. And then I will be back, and I will see you folks online tonight with Brother Larry's Zoom Sunday School. Good. We still got quite a bit of folks on. I see Becky Lawson's on. Beverly McGraw is on. Good morning. Looks like Nancy Higgins has stuck her nose in. Good morning, Miss Nancy. Let's see here. We've got all kinds of folks. Good morning. Wow, this is a good group. This is a real good group. There's my daughter. Good morning, Tab. Wow, this is, hey, this might be, there's a lot of folks that are up early. Is right. There's a lot of folks. Well, good morning to everybody. This is excellent. So that is the news. So that's where we are. Tonight, Brother Larry at 7. Tomorrow night, 6:30, I'm going back into Exodus. Okay, so just get ready to join me tomorrow night. That's at 6:30. And then Thursday morning, it's 10 o'clock with Miss Pat, and 7 o'clock outside on the parking lot on the campus with Brother Johnny. And if you can't make that, then that'll be online as well. So that is the plans. For everything that is in, out, and about. So, hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our Bible reading today. We're in John chapter 19. John 19. We're going to pick up at verse 25. Yesterday, we really went over the crucifixion. That was the actual, the physicality of the crucifixion. Today we're going to see Jesus in literally his last moments on earth. This was the last time that we're going to see Jesus alive on planet Earth as in human form. And so if you're going to follow along with me, which I hope you do, we are in John chapter 19. We're going to pick up at verse 25. And at this point, we got to remember Jesus is on the cross. Okay? He's on the cross. He's on top of Golgotha's hill, and there is a thief on each side of him that is also crucified. So there's 3 crosses, and there's Jesus. All right, let's see. During the lunch was amazing. Love you. Good. Okay, you guys just keep chatting. I'm going to keep reading. Okay, here we go. Verse 25. Now there stood by the cross of Jesus. By the cross. So this is literally on the hill. All right, this is right beside the cross. Okay, where Jesus is. Can you imagine where they are? Now let's just pick it up. Now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. Okay, 3 folks. When Jesus therefore saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing by, and we know that's John, okay, so you've got these ladies and you've got John. He said to his mother, "Woman, behold your son." And then he said to the disciple, or then he said to John, "Behold your mother." And from that hour, that disciple took her to his own home. In other words, from that time, John brought Mary, the mother of Jesus, into his home to care for her. So there's this transition that's all taking place. After this, verse 28, after this, knowing that all things were now accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled, he said, "I thirst." Now a vessel full of sour wine was sitting there. And they filled a sponge with sour wine, put it on a hyssop, and put it in his mouth. Verse 30. And when Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, and here's these 3 powerful words that we've known for so long, "It is finished." It is finished. And bowing his head, he gave up his spirit. So there's the moment of death for Jesus Christ. And I have written in the margins of my Bible that Jesus was obedient until and up to and through death. He was obedient even unto death. And folks, that is the example of obedience. When God calls us to do something, we do it. And Jesus was that example. And I want to just spend just a couple of minutes this morning before I get off on those 3 words. It is finished. It is finished. Say that out loud. It is finished. And we wonder what was finished. And every time I think about that, every time, what I do is I find myself going all the way back to John chapter 4. To John chapter 4. It's one of my favorite scriptures, favorite chapters in all, and I do mean in all, of this gospel. And it's Jesus. He's at the Samaritan well. He's talking to the woman at the well. And during the conversation, the disciples had gone off to get food, and they have come back now. And we pick up the conversation at verse 34. Actually, I'm going to pick it back up. This is verse 31. This is chapter 4, verse 31. In the meantime, his disciples urged him, Jesus, saying, "Rabbi, eat," because they had gone in and they brought food back. And Jesus, but he said to them, "I have food to eat of which you do not know." And then the disciples said to one another, "Has anyone brought him food or anything to eat? We just don't know." So there's a scenario. Jesus has been at the well. He's been talking to the woman at the well, and they've gone into town. They've got food, and they've come back. And so here we are. And then Jesus replied to them. He said, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. And to finish his work. And so I find that very captivating that the last 3 words on this earth here before he died was, "It is finished." He finished his Father's work, didn't he? There was no question. He finished it. Folks, enjoy this time today in Scripture. We're going to pick it right back up tomorrow at verse 31. Spend some time looking at that crucifixion. Look at it and compare it to the other writings in the Synoptic Gospels. Look at the coverings of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and look at it now from John's perspective, because you got to remember, John was there. John was literally looking up at the cross and looking and seeing Jesus and hearing those words and watching him draw his last breath. So put yourself there. Put yourself in John's shoes. Spend some time. Thankful for the cross. Folks, that's all I've got. You have an incredible Tuesday. If you get a chance, man, tell somebody about Jesus, okay? That's the goal. And in the meantime, I will see you tonight on Zoom or right here on Facebook Live with Brother Larry. I'll see you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.